what we did was we embarked on a market study, because the applications we serve are sizable and there's a lot of volume and a lot of growth in these, but you need to be targeting the right end segments. So our market study pointed us to 3 specific end markets: military, industrial, and specialty apparel, because we knew we didn't want to be commodity any longer. Then we had to figure out, how do we sell that? What's the chain to service that?
These are the storage silos. As the raw material comes in, the pellets that come in, they go into these silos. And from these silos, they need to go for our drying process.
These drying columns are basically conditioning or removing the bulk of the moisture and conditioning the polymer for the next step. This is line 10. It's one of our newest extruders. That's line 7. That's our biggest extruder. We're at the point of the process now where we put the chips into the extruder. They actually take the chips, drop them into a screw feeder, compress them, prepare them for melting so we can go to the next step. Okay, this is the area which we install all the spinnerets. This is our second floor, our quenching area. Our quench air comes in here and the filaments come down from the top. We cool them down for the next step in the process.
And after that, we wind the yarn on the package so that it can be used downstream.
You know, while Premier is winning on a worldwide stage, the world's changing as well. You're actually seeing a rebirth of manufacturing in the U.S., which as an American is something to be proud about, because we know as an economy we have to actually produce things. We can't just consume things. Premier stayed ahead of that game by moving away from commodities. But now, while all that's happening, the world's changing. So now retailers, for example, will focus on making sure in a given cycle that they have the supply chain ready to turn their shelves with more velocity. And you just mathematically and algorithmically can't do some of that with an extended supply chain, you know, from Asia. And then from an environmental perspective, we are the innovators. I mean, we are solution dyeing products in deniers or sizes that no one else in the world will do. Solution dyeing brings color to products in a way that uses and dirties no water. We invented that, actually, the first people in the world to do solution dyeing in nylon way back in the 70s. We know from an environmental perspective that that's a win-win. We're in our hourly meetings that I personally come to every single month, and we talk about their bonus plan that is paid on a quarterly basis, driven by safety and quality and how productive we are and how profitable we are. And what's so fulfilling is how they know what these numbers are. They can predict what their bonus will be next quarter based on how they're performing. To me, we've created passion and empowerment because the ball bounces so fast. You know, if you don't have that person that sees a certain condition at 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning or 8 o'clock at night, if you don't solve that problem right then, it doesn't get solved. You got to get that right 24 hours a day. To do that, to pull that off, you can't supervise that in. Forget it. You have got to build that in from the ground up. And you have to make that culture happen. We're proud of that. The day you stop climbing is the day people gain on you. But in terms of innovation and last month's sales, that's all history. It's what are you doing right now, today? And then what are you doing a year from now? And what are you doing 5 years from now?